Alright, I think enough time has passed. I think we can comfortably talk about it. Let's talk about how controversial the Immortal Adept is and its counterpart, the non-adept version. Let's compare these to Shaior's Wrath and the Immortal SMG. Let's talk about it. So I have a decent roll. I have Arrowhead, I got High Cal, Rangefinder, Target Lock with a Range Masterwork. It's a decent roll, right? It definitely gets the job done inside of the Crucible. So I'm not too worried about my roll, but people are complaining about the rangefinder, the target lock. I get messages. I'm not gonna put that out there, but I do get messages like put it down. It's not that good of a gun. You're crutching. You're trying to play on easy mode, and it's just an SMG, right? I mean, Shaior's Wrath, Ikelos, Tarba, they all do the same thing. Part of the reason why the Immortal, I guess, has so much controversy is because of the range aspect, I guess. I mean, this gun is a laser beam, right? If you're somewhat good at the game, if you're decent, even if you're pro level, like, the gun is good. It's a laser beam, it's dropping people quick, and the target lock, the damage multiplier that you're getting with target lock plus field tested, it's insane. You're just holding down the trigger on these guys and they're dropping like flies. So I don't think the gun is a problem. I just think maybe we should tune maybe how target lock works. Target lock to me just feels a little, it feels oppressive, right? You push somebody with an Immortal, they're dropping you. The TTK values are high. The damage multipliers on the target lock is high. Maybe just tuning that down. I don't think anything else about the gun needs to be tuned down. The kill clip, I mean, I don't have a roll with kill clip, so I can't speak too much on it, but people with the kill clip rolls on their Immortals aren't outgunning me per se. Sometimes I get outgunned by it if they already have it procced and I'm missing shots or headshots, but for the most part, I think everybody's problem with Immortal comes from having target lock with the range, with the high cal AP rounds, with the masterworks, and then dropping adept mods on the gun. I really think target lock maybe needs to be adjusted, just from things that I've heard around the community, talking to some other content creators, talking to some friends who play Crucible. They all say the same thing. The target lock feels somewhat oppressive. You don't really want to push because of how quickly you can be dropped with it. And I mean, we're talking about using a laser beam, right? This gun, it laser beams you, you're drop dead. The range is crazy. I think this can compete with Tarba. I haven't been in much trials with the gun, as I did get the, I guess, somewhat of a god roll on the last day. But versing a Tarba in Crucible, unless they already have Ravenous Beast procced, the gun feels like I can compete more comfortable. Fighting Ikelos god rolls or even Shaiora Wrath god rolls, I feel like I have a better chance using the Immortal compared to using some of the mid-tier guns that I have in terms of just Shaiora's Wrath and Ikelos. I think the Immortal Adept gives me a fighting chance against it, but I think we can all agree that target lock should maybe have the damage values reduced just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, like put the gun in the dirt. I know we've had SMG metas in the past and SMGs felt really, really oppressive, but I think SMGs right now as a whole are in a really great spot. It competes at things like scouts close range, I should say, pulses close range, hand cannons close range, close to short range, I guess you can say. But using a pulse mid long range, scout mid long range is definitely going to put you in the dirt with this gun. People are trying to burst you with the no time, the revision 0. I mean, you have time to get around that. You have time to outgun them, outplay them, or even just disengage. But target lock, I definitely do think needs maybe a slight tunement, just to bring it more in tune with the other guns in terms of TTK values. Like I said, the Immortal, the TTK with target lock is kind of crazy. It is absurd. I mean, there's times where I'm in an engagement and I simply win because of target lock and field tested, and I'm just keeping it a stack. Target lock does feel good. It is very rewarding and it is satisfying when you get those engagements won and you're not thinking that you're going to. But I think a lot of the frustration the community has with the gun itself is target lock. Target lock plus field tested. I mean, maybe if you took field tested away, maybe target lock becomes decent, okay? But I mean, field tested, it really just adds that extra oomph to the gun. Field tested, I don't think is a bad origin trait, but target lock definitely needs to be looked at. I think that's just what is frustrating the community as a whole. Like I said, I get hate messages. I don't typically care, but people are like, why are you using the gun? Like, put it down, it's not that serious. But I'm just enjoying the gun. It feels good. It's definitely refreshing to use in the meta. And I normally use things like No Time, Revision 0, Eye of Soul with Trespasser, with Dring. Like, I use a variety of different guns, but just the Immortal feels refreshing. I'm able to use things like the Cloud Strike and get the multi-kills, which again is satisfying, but I definitely do agree with target lock needing to be adjusted or even looked at. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think the gun is great as a whole. Just a couple tweaks here and there for target lock, but I don't think the gun needs to be slaughtered and thrown into a gravesite and call it a day. I just think if we adjust target lock just a little bit, I think the gun it's very refreshing and healthy for the community to use. But yeah, it's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.